Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be swatching, demoing, reviewing, and wearing this little sucker. So this is the brand new Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer. Pretty well, I mean, if you've been on the internet in like the last week and a half, you will have seen this literally everywhere. People are going crazy for this. It hasn't actually launched yet. It's launching in, I think, 2 days. 2 days. I'll pop it down below. But basically, it's a really full coverage concealer that will still give your skin a really natural finish, and it can be used in 4 different ways. So according to Too Faced, you can conceal with it, contour with it, highlight with it, and retouch with it. Okay, so on their website, they say that it's oil-free, it's non-comedogenic, which means it's not going to cause acne. It can be used to conceal, contour, highlight, retouch, weightless and hydrating, so the skin is never dry and never cakey. It's long wearing for 12 hours, and they also say that it's photo friendly and will not cause any flashback in flash photography. They also call it super perfecting natural finish concealer / makeup hybrid. So yeah, basically it's a concealer that you can apply over your entire face. If you want, you can contour with it, highlight with it, conceal with it. Pretty well. I'm just keen to try it out. The first thing that I thought when this arrived, I was like, oh my gosh, the bottles are so big. Like for a concealer, if you put this next to my MAC foundation, this contains a 15 ml of product. Normal foundations are normally about 30 ml of product. And then in comparison to Tarte Shape Tape, this is 10 ml. So it's basically just huge packaging. It's not really that much. Because when I looked at this, I was like, whoa, that's a huge bottle. It looks like a foundation, but it's only 5 ml more than Tarte Shape Tape. Hang on a minute. Okay, so this here is the original Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this one contains 7 ml. So this is 15, so it's roughly double the size of the original one. Obviously, we all know this one, it's a much lighter concealer. It's more of like a really natural finish, but this one's meant to be full coverage. So what I'm going to do on camera today is actually swatch all of the shades that are available in this range. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 shades. Okay, so it comes in 20 shades. So we're going to swatch all of them on camera, and then I'm going to be applying this. We're going to contour, we're going to highlight, we're going to conceal with it, and then we're going to wear it all day on my oily skin, and we're going to see if she actually stays cake free, if she actually stays in place, what it looks like, does it become a hot mess. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing all of that, then please keep on watching. So first up, here's a little look at the packaging. It's really luxurious, like it's beautiful packaging. It's the same as the rest of the packaging in the Born This Way range. So like a frosted plastic container, black shiny lid, gold detailing, Too Faced on the top. There's some information on the bottom. There's a little bit of information on the back. It's a really nice packaging. This lid is huge. The applicator is like a diamond-shaped applicator, and Too Faced, it seems, are pretty excited about the shape of this applicator. It's got a flat surface on the top, which is supposed to make it a lot easier to apply the concealer to large areas, and then you use, obviously, the sides and the tip for smaller areas. The shade range of this is pretty light. I mean, just looking at it, it's going to be much easier when we do the swatches, but just looking at this here, it seems like there are a lot of light shades that look pretty well exactly the same, and then not that many deep shades. Whoa, this thing's huge at the top of the spectrum here. Yeah, that's one thing that I've noticed, but yes, let's jump into the swatches, and then let's actually apply this. Alright, so here are the first 11 shades swatch. So starting on the very far left, and you can see like a lot of these lighter shades, they honestly look all the same to me. Like I don't really get it. But on the far left we have Swan, then Snow, then Almond, Porcelain, Vanilla, Nude, Golden Beige, Light Beige, Natural Beige, Warm Beige, and Sand. And then moving into the deeper shades, we have Warm Sand, Honey, Butterscotch, Mocha, Maple, Chestnut, Mahogany, Toffee, and Cocoa. Yeah, you can see from these swatches, majority of these shades are light, and honestly, I reckon 5 or 6 of the light shades, they seriously look nearly exactly the same. So yeah, there's that, and also women with deeper, darker skin tones, like women of color, certainly are not going to be able to contour with these dark shades. They're just nowhere near deep enough. Probably okay for highlighting maybe, but you can see that there's huge jumps between each of the shades. I know that Jackie Aina did recently collaborate on extending the Too Faced Born This Way foundation range, but I'm not sure if she had a hand with this one as well. But yes, those are my 2 cents on the shade range. Alright, so I've already got foundation on, I've primed, I've applied foundation, so basically I'm at the stage of my makeup where I am ready to conceal, highlight, and do all of that stuff. I've picked out a couple of shades of it here that I think will work best for me. Sand, warm sand. Sand is probably going to be the best match you know, for me for a general concealer. Then I've picked Golden Beige for highlighting, and I've picked Mocha and Maple for contouring. So we'll see how it all goes. Cannot believe Too Faced sent the whole range. Like, that is insane. Thank you so much, Too Faced. Crazy. Seriously, what is my life? What is my life? I'm going to start out with sand, and actually let's zoom in a little bit so you can see up close. Okay, I'm going to start out with sand, and I'm going to first try this under my eyes and like concealer everywhere. We'll see how full coverage it is. My skin's not too bad at the minute. My acne, well, you all know my acne. It's got a mind of its own. It's got an attitude. She's cranky. But at the minute it seems to be not doing it so bad, but I've got a little spot here. This is the shade Sand, by the way, so I'm just going to apply it, and then I'm going to apply it also right on the inner part of my eyes. I've got dark under eye circles in there, and I'll try on this side as well. The applicator feels nice. I do find that it's easy for me to reach these inner corners of my eyes here because it does have like a long pointy tip. Yeah, so Sand is a very close match to my foundation. I am wearing MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NC30 as always. All right. Clean Beauty Blender, damp, obviously. Let's try blending this in. Now, the idea with this is it's super full coverage, but it's also lightweight and natural. So you can go in, you can apply stacks of product, and it's not going to get cakey. That's done a really good job just now of concealing that dark under eye circle. It does look quite smooth on the skin, actually. So blending that in. Yeah, it looks very, very smooth where I've applied it. Not really covering. I mean, this little acne spot right in the middle of my nose here, it's kind of like a scab, so it's going to be sort of really tricky to cover that up, I think. Blends out very easily. Like, I'm not having any issues blending it out. And it does dry down. Like, it's not tacky. It feels nice and set down, which is good too. Okay, so far so good. Let's try doing a little bit of highlighting with this. So I've got the shade Golden Beige. I think this will be a good highlight shade for me. So I'm going to apply this underneath my eyes. And we're going to see if it highlights. I could probably realistically maybe even go a couple shades lighter if I wanted to. But yeah, if you're going to use it as a concealer and a highlight and you have the same skin tone as me, Golden Beige is a really good shade. But let's blend that in. Okay, so this is really, really easy to blend out. Like, you watching how easy this is for me? You know how a lot of really full coverage concealers, like honestly, if something is a concealer and then it says full coverage and it's not a super creamy formula, nearly immediately I do not like it because they're so hard to blend out. What was the one that I tried recently that I literally hated? Was it the Bobbi Brown full coverage concealer? No, it was so difficult. Like, don't get me wrong, the coverage was insane, but it's so much harder to blend things out when they're full coverage. Look how easy that was. That is a really nice highlighting shade for me. I don't like to use highlighting shades that are like crazy in your face, like scary looking. Yeah, but this one's really, really nice. Oh my God, look how smooth that looks under my eyes as well. Okay, Too Faced. I wonder if this is gonna, I feel like this is Too Faced's like version of Tarte Shape Tape, and so far, like if this wears as well as Tarte Shape Tape, like Tarte, you better look out. I absolutely freaking love how this looks on the skin, you guys. Oh my gosh. So have a look at my under eye area there. Pretty damn good if you ask me. It's blended out really nicely. It's certainly, reduced texture in that area. It looks very smooth. There's no creasing whatsoever in my under eye lines. I do have under eye lines. It's fine. We're all human, okay? It just looks so incredibly smooth. And it's dried down, like it feels matte on the skin, like reasonably matte, like it doesn't feel tacky, but it's dried down with like a luminosity that makes it look really natural. All right, let's move on to contouring. I've got Mocha and Maple. Let's see how we go. Maybe we'll just try both. I'll try Mocha first. So you're meant to be able to use this how you would a cream contour. Mocha mightn't be quite dark enough. Let's go with Maple. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to blend this with a bit. Whoa. I think I've put too much on to contour. It's so full coverage, so it's not the easiest thing to contour with. Yeah, I have for sure used way too much product here, you guys. Oh my God. Probably apply like a couple of dots and you're good. And I'm going to use the excess product that's on my sponge to do my forehead and my hairline. Even that is too much. We will fix it, but damn. Like, easy to blend, but so full coverage. So go easy when contouring. Seriously. And look, it's spread it like all the way down here onto my cheek. I've like applied it on my whole face basically. I'm going to use the excess and continue doing around my hairline. Like even look at that. Look how much is coming off. It's so pigmented. Wowza. Let's just try a couple of dots. Like that's probably enough to contour with realistically. I can't believe I just like literally layered it on. Who does that? Works pretty well with a sponge. This side looks way less scary than this side. Look at this. This is a hot mess. We're going to fix it. But this side looks much better. So 1 or 2 dots of product, honestly, is enough. It blends out really, really nice. It looks beautiful and smooth on the skin. It hasn't added any texture. It looks good. I'm taking sand now and I'm just going to apply a little of this on the lower parts of my face. I do sometimes highlight and sort of bake in this area, but I was trying to get away with not doing it today. Just using that to correct the over contouring that we have done. Okay. We're looking better. We're looking a lot more cute. Now the question as always is how will something set down? So I'm actually going to set this on camera rather than doing it off camera so that you guys can see, but I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. My skin looks like it looks very, like it's covered up literally everything. Anything that your foundation hasn't covered, like this is gonna, you could do a whole face of makeup with this, honestly. But it looks smooth, it looks radiant, it looks so full coverage. But without like, it's certainly full coverage without cake. Like, would you agree? What do you guys think? Do you think that my skin's looking, I think it looks good. Like I really do, but let's set it down. So translucent loose setting powder on the sponge and I'm going to press it in. This is how I always set my makeup. Pressing it in. Yes, please. Look how nice that is set down. This side of my face looks literally so smooth. Oh, and it feels amazing. Okay, so now running the same powder over the rest of my face. So far, 0 issues. It's setting down so nicely. It looks so smooth and flawless on the skin. You know how sometimes like a concealer looks amazing and then you set it and you're like, what happened? Literally, it looks so bad now that I've set it down with the powder, but this is looking really good. And then we'll put blush and everything else on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear this for over 12 hours. I'll probably have my makeup on today for maybe 14 hours. I want to give it a really, really good shot. I want to make sure for you guys that it definitely lasts before you even think about buying it. So yeah, we'll do a check-in halfway during the day as well so that you can see kind of how it's traveling. But yeah, I'm going to wear this sucker all day long and then we're going to find out whether she's actually worth it. Also guys, just quickly before I go and we start doing check-ins, I did take a couple of flash photos and I'll pop them on the screen here. I cannot see any flashback personally. Let me know in the comments if you can, but I think they look really good. It looks really smooth. I'm happy. So yes, I will see you guys in about 6 hours for our first check-in. All right guys, so I'm back with my first check-in of the day. It's been exactly 6 hours that I've had these new concealers on. And let me tell you, from a distance, my skin looks so ridiculously perfect. I can't even deal. Let's zoom in and have a really close look. But I mean, from here, it looks pretty good. I don't see any creasing. I don't see any separation. Even the contour, you know, like it just looks so smooth on my face. The coverage is held up. There's no separation anywhere. Like everything on my nose is held up. I mean, it looked good. So here is my skin close up. Underneath my eyes is still looking very, very smooth. Like I said, there's no like creping of the skin there. There's no separation of the products. It feels very smooth. It's held together so well. Here's the side of my cheeks where we've applied them as a contour. I mean, it looks so good. It might be a little bit around my nose, but it's possible. I feel like that I didn't put any concealer there. Yeah, no, I feel like that's just the foundation. I am so impressed with this, you guys. 6 hours? Yes, 100% you can wear these for 6 hours and still look like you've only just applied it. So what we're going to do now is continue wearing it for the rest of the day. It's probably going to be 7-8 hours, and we'll see how she goes. I think Brandon and I are actually going to bake this afternoon. Bit excited. So yes, I'll talk to you guys tonight. Hey guys, so I'm back with my final check-in, and let me be clear, let me be real. This concealer looks so good on my skin. So good on my skin. So I have touched up only once today. I mean, I've got kind of like the second round of oil coming through, but I did pop a tiny little bit of setting powder just through my T-zone because we went out earlier. I was looking a little oily. That wasn't anything to do with the concealer. That was a foundation. It's normal for me. But the concealer, oh my gosh, it looks so smooth. You know what? I'm just going to zoom you in right now so that we can see. It's much easier to explain things when you can actually see. Look how smooth it is down the center of my nose. Look how smooth it is on my forehead. There's absolutely zero creasing. Underneath my eyes, it literally looks like I have freshly applied my makeup underneath my eyes. There is no creasing, there's no caking, there's no separation. It looks absolutely beautiful. The coverage is held up, there's no crepiness, I honestly don't have anything bad to say about this concealer. I really, really don't. The contouring is held up. I've got to be honest though, I probably wouldn't bother contouring with this on a day-to-day basis. I prefer to use powder contours. I would personally only use it as a concealer / highlighter, just one shade. But if you did want to use it as a contour, if that is sort of like your jam, look how good it looks. Look how good it looks. Too Faced has done so well with this product. So well. And I'm sort of surprised to be saying this to you because the original Too Faced Born This Way foundation, I hate it. I hate it. It looks horrible on my skin. It gets so like slimy and greasy and it separates and it just goes so bad. But this, girl, I'm going to say it. This is just as good, perhaps, potentially, highly likely, better than Tarte Shape Tape. And I did not think that I would ever say that. Like literally, Tarte Shape Tape for me has just been just life-changing. I absolutely love this concealer. But this, just as good, honestly. Like, I feel like probably if I had both of these on the counter and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to grab a concealer to use for the day, I feel like I'm going to be reaching for the Too Faced one. So do I approve of this? 100%. I think that you guys will absolutely love this product. I think it's been very well developed, very well thought out. Do I approve of it as an oily skin type? Yes, definitely. I mean, you can see, like I said, I did touch up once today, which is normal for me, but it hasn't broken up. It hasn't gotten cakey. A lot of the time when my oils come through, products really separate. It's like my oil's like a natural makeup remover and it like breaks them all up and they go, well, like just janky and gross and disgusting. This has not separated or broken up literally at all. It looks so nice on my skin. I honestly couldn't, I've got no bad things to say about it. And I'm really surprised because I hated the Born This Way foundation. So yeah, those are my final thoughts on the brand new Too Faced Super Coverage Concealer. Really, really good full coverage product, lightweight, non-cakey on the skin, and also really, really long lasting. I think it's a fantastic concealer. If you're in the market for a new concealer, definitely check it out. For me personally, I won't be using it to contour because that's just not really my thing. It works really well as a contour, but I'm just a powder contour kind of girl. But yes, those are my final thoughts, guys. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know if you're going to be picking up this brand new concealer. It does launch in 2 days. I'm pretty sure on the 26th of June. I'll pop all links and everything down below for you, but let me know if you're going to be picking it up or if you've got any more questions about the wear of it or, you know, the blendability or anything like that. Leave them all down below and I'll be sure to answer them. But yes, I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing day. I will catch you all in my next video. I love you so, so much and I'll talk to you all soon.